Hey, everybody.
Hi. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to Leadership Thursday. We have something special for you today. Ashley and I were talking about this. Leadership begins at home. And Ashley and I were trying to figure out, okay, how do we convey this story of leadership beginning at home? And then we had a great idea. We remembered something. Back when we were both before we got married, we were both separated, getting divorced. We had a blended family during the summer, and we worked from home. And we had an open floor plan in our house, so our kitchen was our living room, kitchen, and office were right around each other,
and there were no walls in between.
And no walls in between.
So the sound in the house was very well. Let's just say we could hear the kids with the TV on downstairs while we were upstairs working, and it was just challenging.
And the kids were running around, and there was no organization, and we couldn't get work done. And so we came up with. I think actually I came up with it.
I think you did.
And I blew the idea by you, and you're like, let's try it.
All right.
So we came up with the kids' rules, and we designed this plan and a contract with the kids, and it was pretty. I'll be honest. It was almost like, and the kids were younger, so it was almost like getting your kid to sign that do not drink and drive type thing.
Right, but the kids were younger than that. But it was really a situation where Gus and I, from a business standpoint, needed to have solid hours, and so we needed to be uninterrupted.
We're on the phone.
We also needed to have everybody abide by the same house rules to respect each other. The kids were not really, because the kids did not have.
We had our rules.
We had
our rules.
They had different rules at the other house that
the other house
were sharing.
My kids, her kids, they had different rules, and some good, some bad.
And I think what really needed to happen was we needed to just state the rules and how important they were.
So we created the rules, but we also created
a document.
We also created a reward system.
Yes. Well, so the first thing was we stated what the rules were.
What are the rules?
And it's simply a matter of if you do this or if you don't do this. He put us in the end of we're going to do family.
You had one day you really dismantled rules, didn't disrespect the rules. You got dessert. Simple enough.
It was something really small. So we had daily rules and weekly rules.
Well, 3 days.
3 days. What did you get after 3 days?
3 days.
This is like a total review for me.
3 days, we got a destination dessert. So we would go out and get ice cream or something like that, or go someplace and pick out chocolates.
We lived in an area that had a really cute ice cream place.
But there was lots of dessert options.
Yeah, but it was sort of here I am feeding my kids.
If we went 5 days without an infraction, we got a mini shopping spree. So we take them someplace like
Five Below.
Yeah, Five Below or
something.
Target or something like that.
But they were at the perfect age for that too.
Oh, yeah.
So they were like, oh, this is good.
And the goal was to go 30 days without a violation. And if we went 30 days without a violation, we were going to a theme park. And we have a lot of theme parks where we used to live. We have a lot of theme parks down here too.
Like a water park or a theme park that had a water park.
And the crazy part was they were on board. I mean, everything, all the issues we were having stopped within like 4 days.
Yeah.
Like they were ratting each other out. We had our own police force.
It's like going on a diet, right? It's like those first few days because you're changing your habits. You're changing the way you're thinking. You're thinking about them more and you're changing your behavior. And that takes a couple of days. And the first 4 days are the hardest.
All right. You want to hear some of the rules?
All right. Let's hear some of the rules. We don't have to give them all the rules. But if you want a copy,
comment below.
Put a comment below. If you've got young kids, or even if you have slightly older kids, it's just a good way to just say, hey, these are the rules, and we're paying attention.
Yeah, and figure out what's going on in your household. You might have to rewrite the rules a little bit. Just understand, as we go through these, every one of these
what's happening at our house. And we're now in a position to talk about it publicly.
Yeah, so you're expected. So number one, the first one is you're expected to be respectful. If you're disrespectful, you're in violation. So this was like you're in violation. Listen to what you were told. I mean, that was a big thing. Right?
Yeah. Listen to what I just said and do it.
Boundaries, hands to yourself, thoughts to yourself, speak politely and pleasantly to everyone in the household. So we had the kids just running crazy through the house and yelling and actually be on the phone cutting a $10,000 deal. And the kids are screaming in the background. It's just, and they're screaming for 30 seconds because they're not even in our view, even though, they're not paying attention anyway.
Yeah, I can't snap my fingers until I'm stopped.
And this is a big one. No opening bags, boxes, mails, envelopes, doors that are not yours. I mean, we were, and I think your kids had this.
Yeah, something would show up in the mail and they just open it up. Like, I'm sorry, that was not addressed to you. Like, that's not, no.
Yeah.
Not in my world.
Respect personal property. If it's not, what's that?
That was big.
If it's not yours, don't touch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Simple as that.
And for everybody, and this went in every direction.
And P.S. If your stuff is in somebody else's room, get it out of their room. Like, that's rude too. To just leave your stuff somewhere.
So we had a problem. So it's the Spanish rule.
Spanish rule?
Yeah,
because my daughter was speaking lots of Spanish.
She was answering everything.
She was answering it. We don't. Yeah.
We didn't speak
we
Spanish.
Don't speak Spanish. So I'm like, use our language so we know what you're saying. Because I mean, that's great that you're practicing your Espanol. Like, really good.
This was a big
that
one.
Was an issue. Which one?
If you ask a question and the answer is no, do not ask the question again. If you ask again, you're in violation.
Tell me, parents, how many of you have that one?
Yeah, but here's the thing. You may ask a qualifying question.
Correct. To make it clarifying.
Yeah.
So you mean I cannot do this?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Can I go outside? I mean, we never went outside, but can I go to a friend's house and do this? No.
They never went outside.
They could ask, why can I not go out to the friend's house? Well, and we have a reason. The reason why you can't go to your friend's house right now is we are busy, we have a meeting, and we don't have time to drive you there.
Right.
If your friend's mother wants to come pick you up, that's fine.
That's a different situation.
But
that's why we have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Lie or sneak, you're in violation. Your daughter again was bad with.
She was. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Steal, you're in violation. I don't think we had stealing going on in the house.
We didn't have much stealing, but at this point we just went for it. We were like, well, even if it's not happening, let's just put it down. So it was like no hitting, no lurking.
We had lurking going on.
Apparently, keep your voice at a reasonable volume. That was a really big one. Again, we were
in
an open plan house.
There was no volume control.
No, none. And kids, they have no volume control. So we infringed that one on them.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Keep your voice in a reasonable volume. Do not interrupt. Personal space. This was a big one, especially for your son. He would get really tight and close without asking, and at times inappropriate.
Yeah, come on, just.
Yeah. So we had to wait.
How old was he then?
Stay at least the larger person's arm length away.
That's how specific we had to get with this.
Yeah.
But the clearer we were with it, they were right. I mean, again, it took a couple of days, but within 4 days, we didn't have one issue.
The whole rest of the summer.
And they were on it. They were like, Mom, we get to go, have dessert. Or
we were like, yeah, you're right.
We
Let's
go. We get to go to Five Below because he had his eye on something.
Yeah, and there were even times that they did so well on it. Like, you know what? We don't want to go for dessert. It's fine. I know maybe 3 days.
Yeah, they were
good.
Okay with I'll just save it till the weekend or something like that. So
use please and thank you.
Yes.
Treat family member, friends, and acquaintances like you treat your teachers and the police officers.
We definitely had an issue at that time where my kids were just disrespectful to us and
not just the whole family, each other
and to their dad too.
The closer they got to people, the more disrespectful they were to people.
Right, but that was learned behavior.
Right.
So we were out to shift that, and again. For us, this was a leadership moment because we needed to take control of our house.
Again, we're going back.
This is Leadership Thursday. We're talking about leadership.
It starts at home.
It starts at home. If you don't have that, if you don't have some kind of foundation. So for us, we needed it so that we could run our business better. and have just a better time with our family, to set up the boundaries that needed to be set up. So that was a leadership moment for us. And then it was a leadership example for our kids to see, oh, it's having limits and having things you can and can't do, boundaries. That's not such a bad thing. It's actually quite freeing, because then you can, live freely within those boundaries.
It relieved the constant tension was in the house.
Yes.
There was a tension
It was
all the time. Like,
just everybody felt like they were being disrespected or didn't get what they wanted. So we should.
This was a big thing too. All right, so you'd have breakfast by 9:30 a.m. That wasn't the sort of big one, but that was just like,
we called it like, when the kids were not at camp and they were just at home. This was really what was going on. We needed to just like,
you're not rolling it. We might be making
bed at noon.
We might be making lunch at noon, and all of a sudden they're deciding to eat breakfast at noon, and it's like, no, we don't have time for that.
And that's it. And our kitchen and our eating area were right in our office.
Yeah, we had a big house, but everything was open space. So it was pretty crazy.
That's funny. Gosh, this is bringing back memories.
Yeah, how about it? So here's another one. Any friend arrangements must be made the day or night before.
Friend arrangements?
Yeah, but because they want to go to somebody's house.
Yeah, it would happen.
Come up. Oh, so-and-so wants to go. Can I go right now?
And it's like, so I was like, no, I have a meeting in a half an hour. Like, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be back by then, and I need to prepare. So it did, it just said, yes, of course you can get together with your friends, but just plan it in advance and let us know about it, so it's not something that's pressing at the last second.
I love this one. I love the eating. Eat properly. Now just imagine all these things were going on.
God. The one that says in all caps, no licking plates. Like, oh God.
Ashley's mother taught charm school. How it missed a generation, we're not sure. Yeah, no hands.
Because I didn't teach them. I didn't take the time to teach them, or I would try to take the time to teach them. And someone in their family said, oh, it's okay, she's just a kid.
Right.
Or, oh, it's okay, we're just family. And it's like, no, it's not okay. I'm a parent, and I'm saying this is not okay.
No hands unless it's finger food. Sit up in your chair. There's none of this, like, no licking plates. He said, use napkins,
No licking plates.
There's your son.
He learned that from his dad.
No elbows on the table, sitting here eating like this. No singing at the table. That was both of them.
That was a thing. They would just break into song. We were living in a freaking musical. Just like start singing. Like, no, there's a place for that. No dancing in the kitchen. This used to drive me nuts.
We had a galley style kitchen.
We had a galley style kitchen.
It's actually big, but it was galley style.
But it's not big enough for somebody to start like twirling around.
Hot pots, we got things going on.
We got knives. Like, what are you doing?
Stop!
Yeah, no dancing in the kitchen.
I mean, it was a galley style kitchen, so there wasn't enough room.
Oh my God.
Like you could touch both counters like this. Right?
It was a big enough kitchen to make an amazing
It was a
meal,
large kitchen,
but it wasn't big enough that somebody could just start breakdancing. So that was an issue.
No arguments. That didn't happen often, but when it did, they were arguing pretty heavily.
Yeah. And it was usually over something that was in one of the earlier.
This was my force demurrer, is that how they say it?
Which I don't know. What was
if you think you should not be doing what you're about to do, you are probably violating a rule. I had to get a blanket statement.
But we as parents have that too, or we as just people, as humans. If you're about to do something and you're thinking, should I be doing this? If you're asking yourself if you should be doing this, you probably shouldn't.
Or you probably should.
Are we going through all of these?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So here are the consequences of breaking the rules.
If you break the rules.
We could choose to do any of these. We could choose to do any of these. Phone taken away. That's probably the worst.
That was the worst.
TV privileges revoked.
Mm-hmm.
That was more for your son than your daughter.
Yes.
No sweets, no dessert. Timeout alone chair. Grounded. Your grandkids
are very cool chair.
Time with friends canceled. Restricted activities, including already scheduled events. Hey, you have dance class. You're not going.
If you do something that breaks the rules and it's bad enough, you're not going to.
This was my.
I think I had to do that once.
Yeah.
And my son really lost his mind, and I'm like, dude, I've made it really clear what the rules
are. Yeah. Removing spiders from outside the house. The kids hated bugs. They just didn't want to know.
And there were a lot of. There was a buggy house.
Now. Yeah. Here was the cool thing. We made this fair.
Yeah.
We had a task list.
Oh, that's right.
You forgot this, right? This was a damn near
really
perfect
good.
system. This was
If you're having issues with being mom camp or dad camp or whatever,
during the summer, you get the
reach
kids
out
home.
to us
Yeah,
because this is
yeah. When I see a problem, when there's a problem
All right,
in my life,
so
I fix it.
if they had violations and they wanted to, it wasn't like this is it, you're screwed. There was a way that they could make up for it. Go ahead. They could do tasks around the house.
Clean the bathroom. Vacuum downstairs main area. So the kids had the main area downstairs. It was all carpeting and making it big.
Clean it up.
Vacuum your individual bedroom. We had multiple bedrooms.
So nice that I don't have to do it.
Laundry, dishes, take out the trash, make both beds, meaning make your sister or brother's bed.
Yes.
Everything off the floor downstairs. Clean your room, organize your room. Now, my kids didn't stay. My kids also had to sign this. They didn't stay with us as often.
As often, right? As my kids did.
But it wound up being
a little older too.
Yeah, but it wound up working out. Again, we had
it set the expectation, so they understood what the rules were. They understood what was important to us, and what was considered respectful in the house.
Here was another blanket statement I put in there.
What did you say?
Note: these rules, consequences, tasks, and rewards program may change at any time.
Okay.
We didn't know how it was going to work out. We put this. It actually worked out so much better than we thought. And then
That's true.
At the bottom, we had sign this agreement.
So we made them sign.
We made them
sign.
I've
read this. I agreed to it, and
I believed. I mean, the outcome of this was so much better than we had ever anticipated. The kids actually, and we mentioned this a couple times, the household became much calmer, much more manageable.
Right.
The kids became much more respectful. I even think
overall, so it wasn't just like we needed to. I mean, at the time, it was billed as we have a problem. The kids are disrespectful, and we're all living in the same house. We need to figure this out. What ended up happening was we stood up and said, we're in control. We're responsible parents, and we need to put these things in place for ourselves and to teach our kids. And the kids, then realized not everybody has the same rules at the same, at different houses. People have different priorities, and, they learn to be more polite and respectful out of this, I believe.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
100%. Yeah. And we also, and none of the rules were like that crazy.
Right.
There was nothing wrong here.
We were not asking our kids to do anything that was harmful.
I get on that house required me to get on the roof once a month and clean off all the crap that fell from the trees. I didn't ask the kids to get on the roof and clean off the roof. I didn't even like it when you were up there. No, but I'm just saying that was there was things that there were some very serious tasks that needed to be done around that house, and we did not ask the kids to do.
For your own leadership, think about what you're maybe putting up with. Maybe tolerating there. So there was
that quote.
There's a quote. I'm just about to say it. The behavior you tolerate becomes your standard, and that's probably what led to us doing this, because we realized we were tolerating behavior that was becoming our standard, and it was keeping us back. It was holding us back from the things that we needed to accomplish as the two of us as business owners, but also as parents. To these spectacular kids. So, and it was holding them back from being their best selves, because they were just sort of running amok kind of mindlessly through all of that. So putting some structure in there made a huge difference. So where are you tolerating behavior that you realize it's becoming your standard, and it's time to raise the bar?
Yeah. It's the beginning. Every Thursday we're going to go through some leadership lessons. And we thought this was a good place to start, like starting at home and getting control of your household and what's going on there is a great starting point, so
Absolutely.
to say. I mean, I find it interesting, going back to this time last week, we were dealing with the Coldplay scandal and the CEO. I mean, here's this guy leading a multi-billion-dollar organization, and his behavior and his coworkers' behavior, we'll put both of them in there, was not what a leader does. And the higher up the chain you go in a leadership capability, the more temptations you have to do things that will test your character. And that's just a
Well put. But that's it. So think about this for yourself. And this could be at home, this could be at work. Where are you tolerating behavior that is not leading you to where you want to be? So think about that, identify it if you want. You can put it in the comments. If you want, you can
reach out to us, have a
direct
conversation.
message. But yeah, if you want a copy of the kids' rules, we have it. We've saved it from, it's over 10 years old. My kids did great.
So did mine.
They did.
And we all went to the amusement park together.
We did. We had a blast.
Actually, we might have won a couple times, if I remember.
We went to Dorney Park.
We went twice. I think we went twice.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
And it was a lot of fun. And it showed a reward. I mean, it showed a long-term, not that long a term in far as we're concerned. It was a 2-3 month term. But it showed what a long-term goal, and by doing the daily task, obeying what needs to be done daily.
Yeah.
As a leader.
It taught them a lot, and it taught us a lot too.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah, seriously, we have a copy. If your kids are driving you crazy and you need to figure something out.
Interesting.
Reach out.
In the early 20s. Your son 20 yet?
He'll be 20 in
All right.
December.
In the early 20s, and Brett being 19, all 4 of our kids are in leadership roles.
Yeah.
In their respective careers and what they're doing. Brett's a teacher at a camp, and he has been for multiple years now.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting.
He went from student to teacher pretty quickly. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So,
we're going to go. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for joining us.